What's up, people? It's your girl Adiola. So 12 boys were trapped in a cave in Thailand, and the whole world was running around trying to help these people. Everybody was talking about it. You turn on the television, CNN, BBC, even local televisions in the US. For weeks, that was the first news on TV. That is to tell you how important it is. And I am so happy that all the boys were rescued. So excited for them. Meanwhile, more than 200 people were slaughtered in Nigeria, and nobody was talking about it. As in nobody. You know why? Well, because they've realized that Nigerian officials don't care about the lives of their citizens. So why should they care? You know, remember when the Chibok girls were kidnapped? The whole world was standing in solidarity with us. So many American celebrities led rallies for our girls, but they soon realized that our government was not proactive. 4 years after, some of the Chibok girls are still with Boko Haram. No, so since then we've had several kidnappings in Nigeria. Boko Haram kidnapped more than 100 girls from Dapchi. It was the only Christian girl among them that was not released, and no one is talking about that anymore. The fact that she's of a different faith than the president's faith is more reason why the president should do more to ensure her release. I'm not saying they're not doing anything, but whatever they're doing is not working. And if he's not proactive about it, why do we have a Christian vice president? You know, I ask myself that question every day. I mean, a pastor, I should say. The man is a pastor. How can a pastor forget church member? Herdsmen killed more than 80 people in one day, and our president did not go there, not even for the funeral. And then they killed more than 200 people in one day. It took him 3 days to go there. Keep in mind that Benue and Plateau states are predominantly Christian states, and he's ignoring these states where Christians are being killed. And then he would say that he's for everybody. He's making it clear that he's not for Christians. Yet he went to Katsina where 6 people were killed due to a rainstorm, and people are like, so 6 people were killed from your side, you rush there. Other places you don't care. This same president has the audacity to commend the government of Thailand in their rescue efforts. I was like, are you kidding me? Like, look at the irony. Just 12 boys. If those boys were in Nigeria, by the way, no offense, but they will all be dead. Why can't he be as proactive about the lives of his own citizens? So what is it with the idea of trying to look good to outsiders? Who needs his statement? Exactly who was he trying to impress with that statement, you know, that he released commending the government of Thailand? You know, commending somebody for something that you have failed to do, which is to safeguard the security of your citizens and their properties. Why trying to look good to the outside world as if they don't know what is happening in Nigeria? And the people around him are obviously not telling him the truth. In fact, they don't care. I mean, look at Femi Adesina, for example. Did you hear what he said? Instead of condemning the killings by herdsmen, this man is condemning landowners for protecting their lands from the herdsmen.
What will the land be used for if those who own it are dead at the end of the day? If you are talking of ancestral attachment, if you are dead, what does the attachment matter? It's better to live on the land than to be under the land.
Under the land. Wow. Do you know if this thing had happened in Femi Adesina's hometown, in his village, and they killed people that he knows, he wouldn't be talking the way he's talking now. You know, we have a problem, and my biggest fear is that the way they've been destabilizing people, it could interfere with us having a free and fair election next year.
When you have Plateau destabilized with these killings, Benue, Adama, Taraba, Southern Kaduna, all of these areas, and all we keep getting is fire brigade approach by the government to stop this crisis, and the killings are persisting. How can elections, peaceful elections, be possible in 2019?
Yeah, the man is absolutely right. And speaking of security, I'm sure that you guys saw the fire in Lagos when a petrol tanker lost control and exploded. More than 50 cars were burnt that day. Police said that only 9 people died. We all know that that is not true.
See what is happening on Lagos Express Ibadan.
Oh yeah.
But you know, I think Nigeria is the only country that I know where there's nobody regulating what goes on the road, what goes on busy roads. Why do we have cargo trains? In 2018, we're still transporting highly flammable products on busy roads. Who does that? And obviously, we don't learn from bad experience, because this is not the first time that such is happening. We've had several instances that a tanker would explode and a lot of people would die. You know, you would think that by now that the government of Nigeria would enforce policies that would prevent such from happening again. But I've not heard of anything. By now, I thought they would have announced on television or radio that if you see any tanker on the road in the daytime, call the police. Instead, we've seen another petrol tanker leaking on a Lagos road.
Only in Lagos, Nigeria, leaking tank, as in, like, really, it's Jesus Christ, it's leaking God damn it, man. Jeez.
I don't know if this happened before the explosion that happened in Lagos, but it also happened in Lagos. See, that was not a water tanker, by the way, as some of you may be thinking. No. The camera guy would have known, and he wouldn't have reacted like that. You see how he sped off? That was petrol leaking. And as for the guy that was sitting trying to block the leakage, I don't know what could be going on in his mind. Because I don't know. For you to agree to sit in a place like that, blocking petrol, Father Lord, some people, it is not their village that is after them. They are the one that is after themselves. And do you think that the driver didn't know? Of course the driver knows. Who do you think put the guy at the back of the tanker? It was the driver, so he knows. Obviously, our problem is not just the government. Even with the people, we don't care. But he kept going. Many of those tanker drivers, by the way, they don't care about their own lives. Not to talk about those of us that will be on the road. So they put the rest of us in danger. Something like this should be reported to the police. But the fact that he even got to where he was on that road tells me that he's been through several police checkpoints and they let him go, probably after giving them some bribe. So I don't know if calling the police will do anything. You know, they will probably just come and take some money from him and let him go. So in case Mr. President is watching, I hope that you're watching this show. For real, Mr. President, you need to take security issue in Nigeria very seriously. Because you don't. A president that cannot guarantee the safety of his people has failed, and you failed in this regards. You know, all the security personnel that you appointed, they've also failed us. I don't know why you're not firing anybody. The directors of state security, the inspector general of police. Did you guys hear what the defense minister said?
If those routes are blocked, what happened? These people are Nigerians. It's just like you going to block passage or river, what do you call it, shoreline. Does that make sense?
So if you don't know what is happening here, he was blaming the landowners in Benue for blocking herdsmen from grazing in their land. Can you imagine? No pity for the lives taken. He was pitying the herdsmen. That was the same thing that Femi Adesina repeated. They have no regards for the lives that were taken. They have more regards for the cows that couldn't graze in other people's land. You see how these people think? Imagine how you see? That's it. I'm done. You guys don't know much. Guess what? I'm just keeping it real.